Imagine a day created just to break down the walls we build around ourselves and reconnect us through the simplest gesture. January 21st is National Hugging Day, and the story behind it reveals a surprising aspect of human nature. Stay with me to discover why we needed someone to give us permission to hug again, and how this simple act can literally save lives. It's January 21st, National Hugging Day, and millions of people are giving out free hugs. But here's what makes this day fascinating. It was invented in 1986 by Kevin Zaborney, who noticed something troubling. Americans had become afraid to touch each other, afraid of judgment, afraid of misunderstanding, afraid of showing emotion in public. So, Zaborney picked the most depressing time of year right after the holidays, when everyone feels isolated and blue, and declared it National Hugging Day. This isn't just a story about hugs. It's a story about how we forgot one of the most powerful tools humans have for connection, and how one person's simple idea reminded us that sometimes we all just need a hug. So why did we stop hugging? The 1980s brought a culture of formality and personal space. Lawsuits about inappropriate touching made workplaces sterile. The AIDS crisis created fear around physical contact. People started shaking hands instead of hugging, keeping their distance, building invisible walls. Zaborney, watching this unfold in his hometown of Terre, Michigan, realized we were losing something essential to being human. He created National Hugging Day with one simple rule: you have to ask permission first. This is genius because it addresses everyone's fear. You're not forcing contact, we're offering connection. And something amazing happens. People start saying yes. Strangers hug strangers. Coworkers who've never touched suddenly embrace. Families who communicate through phone calls start hugging more often. The day catches on like wildfire. Within a few years, National Hugging Day celebrations pop up across all 50 states. Then it goes international. Today, people in over 80 countries celebrate National Hugging Day. What started in a small Michigan town becomes a global movement, reminding people that human touch isn't dangerous, it's necessary. But here's where the science gets incredible. Research shows that hugging literally changes your body chemistry. A 20-second hug releases oxytocin, sometimes called the love hormone, which reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and boosts your immune system. Studies at Carnegie Mellon University found that people who hug regularly are less likely to get sick, and when they do, their symptoms are less severe. Hospitals start incorporating the therapeutic touch into patient care. Schools that implement hug therapy programs see reduced bullying and improved student well-being. Prison programs teaching inmates about appropriate affection help reduce violence rates. One study tracked elderly people living alone and found that those who received regular hugs from volunteers lived longer and reported higher life satisfaction than those who didn't. The average hug lasts just 3 seconds, but research shows we need at least 20 seconds to get the full benefits. Family therapist Virginia Satir famously said, "We need 4 hugs a day for survival, 8 hugs for maintenance, and 12 hugs for growth." Think about that. When was the last time you got 12 hugs in a day? Today, National Hugging Day on January 21st has evolved into something bigger than Zaborney ever imagined. The Free Hugs campaign, which started in 2004, draws inspiration from this day. Flash mobs of people offering free hugs in city centers worldwide. Care facilities organize hugathons for residents. Companies hold hugging workshops to improve workplace culture. Mental health organizations use the day to raise awareness about touch deprivation and loneliness. The COVID-19 pandemic made us realize just how much we took hugs for granted. When we couldn't hug for months, the psychological impact was devastating. Therapists reported surges in depression and anxiety linked directly to a lack of physical touch. When restrictions lifted, National Hugging Day 2022 became one of the most celebrated days of the year. People who hadn't hugged in over a year finally reconnected. Zaborney's simple idea teaches us something profound. Sometimes we need permission to be human. We need someone to tell us it's okay to show affection, to reach out, to admit we need connection. National Hugging Day reminds us that in our rush to be professional, appropriate, and careful, we can forget that humans are designed to touch, to hold, to comfort each other. The next time you hug someone on January 21st or any day, hold on for at least 20 seconds. You might both need it more than you know. Who in your life needs a hug today? Your parents who might not ask but would love to feel that connection? Your children who are growing up so fast but still need to know they're safe in your arms? Your partner who's been carrying stress you haven't acknowledged? Think about the hugs that defined your life. The embrace when you graduated, the hug that welcomed you home, the arms that held you when your heart was breaking. These moments of physical connection aren't just nice, they're essential. They're the punctuation marks in your family's story. Write about the huggers in your life. Tell the story of the person whose hugs always made you feel safe. Describe how your grandmother's hugs smelled like cookies and felt like home. Because someday your grandchildren will want to know, were you someone who gave great hugs? Did you make people feel loved through your embrace? Join the History Sparks community by subscribing to our channel. Every single day, we share stories that remind you what truly matters, the human connections that make life worth living. Hit that subscribe button and be part of our journey through history's most heartwarming, surprising, and touching moments. Your story of love and connection matters. Your legacy of affection deserves to be remembered, and we're here to inspire you to never underestimate the power of a simple hug.